Don't get too close to the blackwater shallows of the Amazon River, because beneath its murky depths lurks the most brutal hunter. Last episode, the king of the American land went to the river for a drink and never left. Later, in a dark Amazonian waterway, he became a mangled, bloated, unrecognizable wreck. What killed him was the silent grim reaper lurking underwater. He is the green anaconda, the Amazon's most cold-blooded underwater death squeezer. In the local indigenous tongue, he has an even more terrifying name: the underwater tomb. The green anaconda is the heaviest and most robust snake in the world. The heaviest and most robust snake species in the world. Adult individuals are generally 5 to 6 meters long. The strongest ones can approach 7 meters or even longer. But what's truly despair-inducing isn't its length, but its girth. Its body can be as thick as an adult's waist. A 6-meter-long green anaconda can weigh over 200 kilograms. Its body is pure muscle. Each vertebra is paired with 2 sets of rib-like muscle skirts. The terrifying pressure during contraction can crush the bones of most animals on Earth. Its bite force, while capable of locking onto the throat of a South American jaguar, but once entangled by a green anaconda, it won't even have a chance to open its mouth. The anaconda's first strike wraps around its chest, preventing it from breathing. The second strike locks its pelvis. The third punch directly pulverized his spine. The whole process, less than 30 seconds. Every week it can drag hundreds of pounds of South American ink for half a kilometer. But it can't open these 3 coils of snake meat. Its green and terrifying hunting method is pure primal and savagely unsolvable wild violence. It's a typical ambush predator. Its eyes are on top of its head, and its nostrils are also on top of its head. Its entire body can be completely submerged in water, only exposing 2 small holes on the water surface to breathe. It can also lurk for a long time beside waterways where prey frequently passes. Its body like a rotten log floating at the edge of the diving area, motionless. When prey comes to drink water, it doesn't move. When prey lowers its head, it still doesn't move. As soon as the prey's mouth touches the water surface, he moved. In that instant, hundreds of pounds of snake body shot out of the water, like a giant spring compressed to its limit and suddenly released. He didn't need to bite his prey. He just needed to ensnare it. His emerald green mouth, lined with 4 rows of inward curving teeth, each one like a tiny dagger. Once bitten, the more the prey struggled, the deeper the teeth sank. But that's not the scariest part. He'd drag his prey into the water, then wrap himself around it. 1 squeeze, 2 squeezes, 3 squeezes. Every time the prey exhaled, he'd tighten a little. When the prey finally couldn't hold it anymore and wanted to inhale, their chest cavity would be so tightly coiled it couldn't open at all. Suffocation was just the beginning. The real killer were the crushed organs and broken bones during the foot binding process. Many large prey killed by the green forest serpent died not from illness, but from their hearts exploding. The green forest serpent's digestive power is equally terrifying. Its stomach acid is so concentrated it can dissolve bones and hard hooves. A weakly corpse swallowed by it would turn into a pile of completely digested residue within 2 weeks. Not even a hair would be left. Only claws or teeth that couldn't be corroded by the stomach contents would be expelled with its feces. This is why researchers occasionally find half-corroded weakly corpse claws near the green forest serpent's territory. The size difference between male and female green forest serpents is also extremely exaggerated. Female serpents can be up to 3 times larger than male serpents. Their mating habits are also wild. They follow a special one-off polyandrous mating system. A single female serpent can gather over a dozen male serpents simultaneously, entwined and entangled, forming a giant breeding ball. The entire mating process can even last for tens of days. Even more brutal, in real-life field scientific records, after the female sen ran has exhausted her reproductive energy at the end of mating, she sometimes directly treats the smaller male snake as prey and mercilessly swallows it, fully displaying the Amazon's cold-blooded survival law. It is also an ovoviviparous snake. Fertilized eggs hatch directly inside the mother. No eggs are laid. Live young snakes are born directly. A litter can typically produce 20 to 40 young snakes. There is an official highest record producing 82 offspring at once. Each young snake is more than half a meter long at birth, naturally possessing strong hunting instincts, already capable of independent survival and hunting. However, the survival rate of female senran is extremely low. Most are preyed upon by caimans, mermaids, and large birds. But as long as they can survive the first year and grow over 2 meters tall, their natural enemies in the Amazon waters become as rare as a unicorn sighting. For a long time, people thought the green forest dweller was just one species, until recent deep genetic research finally spilled the beans. The green forest dweller is actually split into 2 distinct breeds, the southern and the northern. Their genetic differences are huge, way bigger than the genetic gap between different human races. Basically 2 completely different giant forest dwellers. Their lifespan isn't exactly a marathon. They usually don't make it past 20 years in the wild. But in those brief dozen-ish years, they'll gobble up hundreds of large prey. Capybaras, wild boars, caimans. In rare cases they'll even snack on a puma. They don't need speed, they don't need a squad. They don't need tactics. All they need is a river, a shallow spot, and a whole lot of patience. And they'll lock down the top predator spot in their watery domain like a boss. However, in the survival rules of the Amazon, there is no eternal king. Even this underwater tomb that can turn a cougar into a useless lump on its turf, there's an existence it never dares to confront head-on. That guy also lives in the water, clad in heavy armor, with a gaping maw. Its bite force is 4 times that of a cougar. It doesn't need to ambush. It charges straight ahead. The green forest strangulation is just an itch to it. Its heavy armor the green forest can't even get a good grip on. Its abyss-like giant mouth can snap the green forest in half with one bite. The green forest's deathly embrace in front of that guy is a joke, because that guy won't give you a chance to wrap around it before the green forest can launch a surprise attack, already charged over, biting down on its own tongue. That aquatic armored beast that even the underwater tombs had to detour around. Who could it be? What gives it the right to make even a top-tier strangler like Green Senran afraid to mess with it? Next issue, we'll reveal the true face of this ironclad tyrant, and see who truly rules the Amazon, it or Green Senran. Gazing at this murky Amazon black water, 2 pairs of cold tree-like eyes float on the surface. One pair belonging to Green Senran, the other belonging to